I tried something new this week. When I got back from one of my runs after stretching and I was getting ready to go back in the house and kind of get back into the flow of things. And I decided I wasn't quite ready to go in because I was still hot and I was still cooling down. So I wanted to stay outside. And so my brain was going through, what can I do to keep myself occupied while I'm outside? Could I read? Could I respond to emails? Could I listen to a podcast? And I chose a whole new behavior. I chose to just sit on the porch and do nothing. Now, this reminds me a little bit of stories I used to see, or maybe you've even seen an image somewhere, of people with a nice front porch and a rocking chair out there just sitting in the rocking chair, watching the world go by. I used to see that and I would wonder, what in the world are they doing? How can they just sit there and do nothing? There's always something to do. And that's my personality. I'm a go, go, go kind of person. And so I deliberately sat down there on the porch and did nothing for 10 minutes. And I had to remind myself during that period, what if this is just fine? What if there's nothing to do right now? No problem to solve. No goal to achieve. What if I can just sit here and relax? And it was very pleasant. Last week I was talking about noticing the parts of your life where you're bored, and then finding activities that have the quality of experience that you're looking for to address that boredom. I noticed though, as we went through this week, I noticed in myself my tendency towards action and towards doing things and towards creating an external experience so that I have an internal reaction to it. I'm wanting to take outside things to shift my internal experience. But what I found in sitting there on the porch is I had it backwards. It's not about, I need this external experience. Family gatherings, travel, picnics, barbecue, going to the lake. I don't need all of those external experiences to create a certain response or feeling in myself. What if instead I can sit there on the porch and feel content, to feel happy, to enjoy the breeze and the flowers and the birds? And I can. And that's an internal experience, finding internally that experience, even when externally there's nothing really happening. It's like sitting on the rocking chair and enjoying life. I didn't get that for a long time, and I'm starting to get a glimpse of it. So I invite you this week to just notice in yourself, is there a certain behavior that you're drawn to? Or are you drawn to something? I'm looking for something to do to create this internal experience. And if you are, just notice that and try for a moment sitting down and just asking yourself, what if there's no goal to achieve? What if there's no problem to solve? What if there's nothing that needs to get done right now? And give yourself 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes to just sit there and feel content with your life. You're breathing. Your body is supporting you in just the way it needs to be right at that moment. You have a house to stay in. Think of all of the good things that you have in your life and all of the ways in which life is working for you right then in that moment. It can be a really powerful way to generate internally that experience you're looking for instead of relying on something outside of you to feed it to you. Have a great week.